growing up, it's not that I was impressionable. It's that there comes a point where you come into adulthood and you look into your future and you start to ask yourself, what is it that I should aim for? What is it that is important to me? And you got to set a certain priority. You're going to have to put certain things, higher than others in order to take action. And whether you do this consciously or not, you will end up creating a system of priority, and that will become you. It will become who you are, and it will be a testament of that. And so there came a point where, what was around me, what I was understanding from the world around me, was that I should aim to be happy. I should aim to have certain things, and as much as I tried so hard to aim for those things, it just didn't work out. It didn't. It never seemed quite to make sense, because aiming to be happy is to identify with an emotion. It's to try to constantly create this emotion, whatever the circumstances are, and to try to fulfill it. And sometimes it's just not true. And it's like, how can this be a requirement? How can this be a constant thing that we aim for? It's like, it's as if you're in a country where it rains, and it's it snows a lot, and there's all these different seasons. It's gray, and sometimes it's it's nice, it's summer and stuff, and you're constantly trying to create summer over and over and over. You're constantly trying to create it around you, and you're trying to, I don't know, you create a whole, it's like if you go overboard, it's like you create a dome and you keep the heat inside of that dome at a summer temperature, and you go and you do all of that just to constantly trying to recreate this environment. You're trying to recreate summer all the time, when summer is going to come at some point. But right now it's not the case. It's not a sunny day today, for example. And emotions, it seemed to me, were just like that. They were just like the weather. There's warm emotions, cold emotions, and everything in between. And the problem is, like, you can't attach yourself to one. You can't go and try to make that one your goal, because it's unrealistic. It's to live in this illusion. And so in that sense, it's kind of you're gonna have to, you can't be part of the world around you and constantly trying to make that be a reality. Just like the guy with the dome can't be part of a regular society, can't be part of a group of people, and constantly trying to create this illusion, utopia. And so what you have left is what can stay, what can be a part of life through emotions passing through, with the weather passing, is the reality, is the ideas. It's is this idea of stillness. When for example, we take this city here. In this city, it snows, it gets summer, it's fall, it's spring, there's all these different seasons, but the city is still recognized as the same. And so if we use that as an analogy for ourselves, right, and the seasons can pass, and the weather can change, but we can still remain the same people, and that stability, we can call it stillness. That's what people refer to as stillness, is the ability to remain within a perspective, to remain ourselves, to remain who we are, even though emotions pass, even though the weather changes. And that's a key concept that I wish I would have learned earlier, and I wouldn't have spent so much time trying to create an emotion as if that emotion was success. For me, it was the opposite, because you can't be of service to people. You can't even live in reality while trying to constantly recreate an emotion, whatever it is. And that could be sadness, it could be happiness, it could be nostalgia, it could be any of these things. It's important to realize that, and to let them go, and to realize that those are not who we are. They're just movements. They're supposed to pass. I hope that makes sense. I hope it wasn't too repetitive, and I hope that, you know, it makes sense to somebody out there. Thank you for watching.